Now, it's really wonderful to me that we can take whatever it is that we've messed up, lost, bungled, and if we go through a grieving process, we can say goodbye to that thing. Grief is a process that separates us from the deadly pain of the deadly whatever it was that caused us to grieve. It's the thing that we're missing. From New Life Ministries, this is Going Deeper with Stephen Arterburn. I'm Stephen Arterburn. And Going Deeper is all about taking the tough issues, the hard issues of life, looking a little bit deeper inside so that we can gain some insight into our lives. Hi there, thanks for joining me, Steve Arterburn, for Going Deeper. And we have been going deeper by going through this book, Healing is a Choice. I have literally taught this book all over the world. I was so fortunate to teach it in Australia. I had a wonderful experience in Korea. I mean, this is a book that has stood the test of time. And so we've been going through some choices that you need to make to facilitate or to provide the opportunity for whatever can be healed in your life. We can't guarantee physical healing in every case, but there are certain things, spiritual and emotional things, that we can heal if we'll make the right choices. And you can get a copy of this by calling 1-800-NEW-LIFE. What we talk about in this choice, it's choice number 4, is the choice to heal your life. Now, what we're talking about here is actually healing your future. We're going to heal your future because you're not going to be dragging all the pain, the suffering, misery, and regret from your past into that future. Because guess what we're going to do? We're going to grieve the losses that you've made. Healing your life and healing the future is grieving the losses of the past. And I'll tell you, in the Christian community, you could say there's a pandemic of ungrieved losses. So you don't want to be that way. You don't want to have ungrieved losses. You want to be a person that's worked through and processed everything. And of course, there is a lie about this. And the lie is, I don't need to grieve. I don't need to do any kind of work because time heals all wounds. Well, I got to tell you something. Time does not heal all wounds. In fact, if you spend some very sick time with some very sick people, you could say that time makes wounds even worse. Horrible wounds, horrible damage upon damage. But when we say, okay, I'm not just going to take time, but I'm going to do some redemptive stuff, I'm going to do some healing stuff, I can really get in touch with what needs to be grieved, what needs to be felt, and what doesn't. Now you might say, well, this just sounds like a bunch of psychology. But Jesus was a man of sorrows and acquainted with the bitterest of grief. He grieved when he had to go die on the cross. There was tremendous, tremendous grief within him. He wasn't immune to grief. So I want to encourage you to look at your life and find out what are the areas where I need to grieve. Isaiah 53:3 says, He was a man of sorrows and acquainted with the bitterest of grief. And then Psalm 119:28, my soul weeps because of grief. Now, it's really wonderful to me that we can take whatever it is that we've messed up, lost, bungled, and if we go through a grieving process, we can say goodbye to that thing. Grief is a process that separates us from the deadly pain of the deadly whatever it was that caused us to grieve. It's the thing that we're missing. And if I go back here and I heal my past because I'm in tune with what's going on, I want to make a difference. If I go back and heal my past, I will be on a trajectory totally different from anything I've ever experienced, and I'm going to have a different kind of life. Versus trying harder, trying to stay on track, trying to make everything work when in reality nothing is working. So I want to challenge you to look at the things that you've lost and ask yourself, have I grieved over the loss of those things? And if you have not, well, it's never, ever too late to go through the grieving process. Grief heals my past, heals me in the present, and heals my future because I'm not dragging that stuff into it. Have you made the choice to heal? By making the choice to take care of whatever it is in my life and heal it. I hope you will. I hope you have. Thank you for joining me for Going Deeper. I hope something I've said may have helped just a little bit. If you have a question you'd like me to answer or comment, just email me at stevesocial@newlife.com. I'll see you next time.
If you want to support Going Deeper with Stephen Arterburn, be sure to subscribe so you never miss another episode. And if you know someone who would benefit from this episode, be sure to share it with them. See you on the next Going Deeper with Stephen Arterburn from New Life Ministries.